Ask this. You have back pain right now, right?
I do.
Why? And you're a healer.
I do.
Why don't you heal yourself?
Well, that's an excellent question. And here's my, and I will, like a Jew, I will answer your question with a question. How many thoracic surgeons do you know who perform their own bypass?
But I don't know, but why don't you heal? You can't heal yourself, but you can heal others?
Oh my God. So you mean you cannot heal yourself, but you can heal others? Who does that? Like, oh my God. Guys, this is Right Track, Wrong Train. We have Lee Peterson versus the unhealed healer, healing the healed monk. The unhealed healer. You're a healer and you're not healed, yet you want to heal unhealed people. Like, make it make sense. Hey Veracity, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl VeraMoore, and I'm back with another reaction video. Let's go on, guys.
You heard of them.
I have heard of them.
And would you agree with me that they're an evil, radical, agitative?
Not at all.
Do you see them as a good group?
Wow.
Well, I'm not an expert, but I would say this. Statistics have shown that there is systemic racism in our country. And the likelihood in a given scenario, whether it's being pulled over by a cop or whatever the scenario is, statistically, Black Americans or African Americans are in greater danger of receiving violence from the police than their white counterpart.
Not true.
Being a Jew, when I see the historian's account in newsreels and in lectures of the atrocities.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. He's even wearing glasses. How can a healer be putting on medicated glasses? If you're a healer, you don't need any of this. You should be able to heal your eye. Your eyesight should be perfect. What is going on? This is like a total joke. Wow, let's go on.
These were committed against my people in Germany and in Austria. I'm horrified when I read about what happened to my people in Russia and in Spain and in Portugal and in Rome during the Inquisitions. It was horrible. And when I see what happens to Black Americans at the hands of the police with very little, if any, accountability, it's horrific.
But you see it an illusion. I want to ask you this.
A rabbi once said,
let me say this.
Never again is not just for the Jews, it's for all beings.
Well, let me say this to you. Black Lives Matter is lying to you. Blacks are suffering due to the destruction of the family and the lack of moral character. It has nothing to do with racism. Racism doesn't even exist. Wow. That's a made-up word. It's a lie. It's made up to control Black people by keeping them angry at the white man, and then to intimidate white people in order to get power and wealth. There's no such thing as racism. Blacks are suffering due to the lack of moral character.
How are you going to prove there's no such thing as racism? How are you going to prove that negative?
It's because if you look at it, it's easy to prove that there's
by the way, I'm having trouble supporting my back right now because of the injury, so I'm going like this right now. Not because I'm trying to be aggressive, but because I'm trying not to fall over.
So this is what I want to ask. Since you believe this lie, is it possible that everything else you believe is wrong?
As a white-ish, because a lot of people don't consider Jews white, but as a white-ish guy, I've seen cops treat me than other folk differently.
Because you followed the orders of the cop. You didn't give them a rough time. You were not a criminal. You didn't have a record, right?
No record.
You had your driver's license and car insurance, right?
But the thing is, from my own experience...
So is it possible that all these other things that you believe, could that be a lie? Because you truly believed into a lie about racism and white cop with black.
Right, so that's a great
question. Is it possible that everything else you could believe it? Jesse,
this is the fourth time you've asked me that question. I'd love to answer it.
Let me hear you answer real fast.
The answer is there's a vast difference between a possibility and a probability. And intellectual integrity requires that we keep an open mind to every possibility. And in fact, in the hard sciences, we were told that ceramic was an insulator. And then in the 80s, we learned that not only is it
Honestly, what exactly is this man saying? What exactly is he saying? The unhealed healer. It just keeps beating around the bush. There's no such thing as white privilege. Doesn't exist. Okay? Gosh.
a conductor, it's a superconductor.
So you're going to find out one day you're wrong about a whole bunch of other things. Why did you leave? Did you desert being a Jew? Or Judaism?
So
did you desert that?
Well,
Yes.
it depends who you ask.
No, I'm asking you. Did you?
Right, so here's how I would answer that. Of the non-Asian meditation teachers tooling around on the earth right now, the most prolific are Jews. So if you ask, what makes a man a Jew? Does wearing a yarmulke and a tefillin make someone a Jew, or is a Jew a racial thing? Because I have a big nose and an affinity for bagels, or or what makes a man a Jew? Is being a child of Abraham me being vulnerable to the Holy Spirit?
What made you a Jew when you were a Jew?
Being vulnerable to, whether you call it Dharmakaya or Holy Spirit or Tao, being vulnerable to that. In fact, if I remember correctly, in the New Testament, we are told that the church is the bride of Christ. And we must be vulnerable to the urgings of the Holy Spirit.
And who is God?
That doesn't really enter into my metaphysics.
Really? And do you believe in Jesus Christ? Well, I know you don't believe.
That does not enter into my metaphysics.
Oh, okay.
So
How about good and evil? Is there good?
Oh my God.
Where humility embraces vulnerability, hubris embraces defensiveness. And one of the ways we fix the blame outside ourselves is by blaming it on an etheric entity, or a celestial being, or a fallen celestial being.
So you don't believe there's good and evil?
It isn't that I believe in it or believe in it, it's just that I've got my hands full working on me. And I can see we live in an interdependent universe and there are outside influences. Everything affects everything, but...
But because you're not answering my question, I don't understand what you're saying.
You're a smart guy. I think you need to give yourself the benefit of the doubt.
Let me ask this. You have back pain right now, right?
I do.
Why? And you're a healer.
I do.
Why don't you heal yourself?
Well, that's an excellent question. And I will, like a Jew, I will answer your question with a question. How many thoracic surgeons do you know who perform their own bypass?
But I don't know, but why don't you heal? You can't heal yourself, but you can heal others?
Sometimes.
But not yourself?
Sometimes I can. Sometimes I
Oh, I
can't.
see, but not of the back pain.
A wise man can recognize his limitations without being threatened by them.
Did you have fun?
It's been very invigorating.
You want some Tylenol?
Oh my God. The F. What did I just watch? This is just like a comedy show. Are you a healer? Yes. How come you're a healer and you cannot heal yourself of back pain? Well, sometimes, guy, what are you saying? Like, it's so crazy. It is so crazy. You want some Tylenol? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. The unhealed healer is so funny. I'm sure it was definitely brought to this show just for laughs. Cause what? I can't count how many times he announced that he's a Jew. Being a Jew, being guy. What's up? Racism doesn't even exist. He said, so I'm going to be like the Jew. I'm going to answer a question with a question. Bro. A healer with a back pain. And what was he even drinking? Was that water or what? Oh my goodness. Oh my. I don't even think this healer can heal anything. It's definitely a fake healer. Oh my goodness. This is definitely so hilarious and so funny. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this one? Drop your comment down below. This is definitely a fake healer. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please, if you are new to the channel, do not forget to join the family, join VeraCity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Love you. Bye.